It began with a flicker, an anomaly so subtle it almost went unnoticed. A whisper in the dark, a faint echo resonating from the deepest corners of space. It was a signal unlike any other, a cosmic anomaly that defied explanation. High above Earth, the Kronos 1 satellite orbited in silence, a sentinel watching over humanity's quest for knowledge. This was no ordinary machine. It represented the pinnacle of human ingenuity and technological advancement. It was humanity's most advanced quantum clock, a marvel of engineering designed to measure time with unprecedented accuracy, built to listen for echoes of the Big Bang, to capture the faint whispers of the universe's creation. It was a mission of profound scientific importance. On July 22, 2025, Kronos 1 went silent, its vital stream of data abruptly cut off. No warning, no explosion, no indication of any catastrophic event. Just gone, vanished from the grid as if it had never existed. Space agencies scrambled for answers, desperately seeking to understand the sudden disappearance. Theories ranged from micrometeorites, tiny space rocks causing unforeseen damage, to solar flares, powerful bursts of energy disrupting the satellite systems, but nothing fit the peculiar circumstances. Telemetry showed no distress, no sign of any internal failure or external threat. All systems were green, then nothing, a complete and utter cessation of communication. The satellite was found adrift, cold and intact, floating silently in the void, its black box still secure, holding the key to unraveling the mystery. The black box, designed to survive anything, from extreme temperatures to high-velocity impacts, became the world's focus, the last hope for understanding what had happened to Kronos 1. As the recovery capsule returned to Earth, carrying the precious black box, the world held its breath, anticipating the revelations it might contain. The satellite showed no damage, no visible signs of the ordeal it had undergone, no sign of impact or malfunction, no clue as to the cause of its silence. It looked perfect, as if simply switched off, awaiting a command that would never come. This absence of evidence was the most chilling clue, a testament to the perplexing nature of the event. It suggested something deliberate, something controlled, a calculated act that defied all logical explanation. The black box was now the key to a puzzle that could redefine our understanding of the universe, a mystery that transcended earthly concerns. The journey to unlock its secrets was about to begin, a quest for truth in the face of the unknown. No one could predict the profound truth it would reveal, the shocking implications that lay hidden within its memory. The world watched, waiting for answers, their hopes and fears intertwined with the fate of Kronos 1. The silence of Kronos 1 was more than a technical failure. It was a scientific ghost story, a haunting enigma that lingered in the vastness of space. The only hope lay in the data recorder, the satellite's silent witness, the sole repository of truth. The truth, whatever it was coming home, ready to challenge everything humanity thought it knew. The mystery was just beginning, its tendrils reaching into the very fabric of reality. The countdown to revelation had started, and the universe held its breath, waiting for the truth to be unveiled. The black box, bright orange, not black, was a fortress of memory chips, built to survive disaster. It recorded every detail: quantum clock data, orientation, power, gravitational readings. At Goddard Space Flight Center, Dr. Eris Thorne's team prepared to extract its secrets. In a sterile lab, the box was opened with surgical precision. The memory chips, insulated and shockproof, were carefully removed. One wrong move, and the data would be lost forever. The data was encrypted, stored in a unique format. The team wrote custom software to translate the raw code into something human eyes could read. It was digital archaeology, reconstructing the final seconds of Kronos 1's life. Somewhere in that stream of numbers was the clue they needed. The fate of future space exploration rested on their success. The search for the anomaly began. Days turned into weeks, and the team meticulously pored over every byte of data, searching for any anomaly, any clue. Kronos 1 was operating within normal parameters, a picture of perfect health, right up until the instant it vanished without a trace. No errors were flagged, there were no warnings triggered, there were no system failures detected. Everything appeared to be functioning as expected. Then, without warning, the data simply stopped flowing. Dr. Thorne's team was completely stumped, facing a mystery unlike any they had encountered before. The paradox was maddening, a logical impossibility that defied all explanation. Then, Lena Petrova, the youngest analyst on the team, with a fresh perspective and an unwavering dedication, found something peculiar lurking in the background noise. In the last fleeting millisecond of transmission, a faint, structured pattern began to emerge from the static. It was a signal, buried deep within the noise. It was not random fluctuations, not a product of chance. It was organized, artificial, bearing the hallmarks of deliberate design. Lena painstakingly isolated the pattern from the surrounding chaos, revealing a complex wave, a waveform unlike any known natural phenomenon. It didn't match any known form of cosmic or terrestrial interference, defying all conventional explanations. The signal was elegant, intricate in its design, and clearly intentional in its construction. It was a ghost in the machine, a whisper from the unknown, a message that appeared for only a fraction of a second, just long enough to shut down the satellite completely. The focus of the investigation abruptly shifted from a simple engineering failure to the possibility of first contact. The team stared at the data, their faces etched with disbelief, realizing they were facing something truly unprecedented, something that could rewrite the very fabric of human understanding. The mystery had deepened, pulling them further into the unknown, raising profound questions. What was this signal? What did it mean? And who or what had sent it across the vast gulf of space? The lab was silent, save for the hum of the computers, the air electric with a palpable sense of possibility and trepidation. The search for answers had entered a new dimension, a realm of speculation and wonder. The team was no longer just investigating a technical malfunction or a simple anomaly. They were standing on the edge of a discovery that could change everything humanity thought it knew about its place in the universe. The question was no longer merely what happened to Kronos 1, but why this signal had been sent, and what its purpose might be. The countdown to understanding had begun, a race against time to decipher the message before it was lost forever. The ghost in the machine was calling, beckoning them to unravel its secrets. The Lena signal, a beacon in the dark, an anomaly that defied all known parameters. It became the team's obsession, consuming their days and nights. They were driven by an insatiable curiosity, a need to understand the source and meaning behind this enigmatic transmission. It was a pulse of information so dense, a torrent of data unlike anything they had ever encountered. It overwhelmed Kronos 1's quantum sensors, pushing the limits of its advanced technology. The system groaned under the weight of the incoming data. The satellite hadn't failed. It was still operational, still receiving. It had been overloaded, pushed beyond its designed capacity by the sheer volume of information. The team used quantum computers, the most powerful processing machines on Earth, to analyze the signal's structure, to dissect its complex architecture and unlock its secrets. They found layers of information, nested within each other like intricate puzzles, encoded with mathematical precision beyond human technology, hinting at an intelligence far surpassing our own. It was language, a form of communication, mathematics, the universal language of the cosmos, geometry, and music, woven together in a symphony of information. The signal was a message, a deliberate attempt at communication. Then, a new mystery, a twist in the narrative that defied all logic. The signal's timestamp was from the future, an impossibility that challenged their understanding of reality. July 25, 2025, a date etched into their minds, the very day they were decoding it. A chilling coincidence or something far more profound? The signal seemed to have traveled through time, a concept previously relegated to science fiction. Not space, but time itself had been breached. The team debated, theories clashed, and arguments erupted as they grappled with the implications. Was it a decoding error, a flaw in their analysis, or a temporal paradox, a genuine anomaly that defied the laws of physics? Dr. Thorne considered the unthinkable, a possibility so radical it challenged the very foundations of their understanding. Had Kronos 1's quantum clock, in its pursuit of temporal precision, opened a channel through time? The data refused any other explanation. The evidence pointed to a single terrifying conclusion. The team stood on the brink of a discovery, a precipice overlooking a new reality. That defied physics, shattered the established order, and redefined the boundaries of what was possible. The impossible was now the only answer, the only explanation that fit the bizarre reality they faced. The signal was a message from the future, a beacon cast across the temporal divide. The implications were staggering, a cascade of possibilities and potential consequences. The world would never be the same, forever altered by the echoes of an impossible signal. The future timestamp sent shockwaves through the team. Dr. Thorne balanced skepticism and wonder, demanding rigorous checks. Lena defended her analysis, explaining the quantum mechanics behind the signal's temporal superposition. The math held up. The data was undeniable. The team shifted from disbelief to acceptance. How could this be true? Tensions ran high, but their shared purpose kept them united. Then they found another layer: coordinates. Not in space, but on Earth. The location, their own lab at Goddard. The message hadn't come from aliens or distant stars. It had come from themselves. The realization was chilling and exhilarating. The sender was their own future. The mystery was solved, but the story was just beginning. The team faced a new question. Why had they sent the message? The answer would change everything. Knowing they were the source, the team searched for the message's true purpose. Dr. Thorne led the effort to decrypt the signal as a compressed archive. Mathematical constants, pi, the golden ratio, were the key. With AI assistance, they unlocked the core data. The screen filled with schematics, equations, and research notes, blueprints for technology beyond their wildest dreams. It was a method for generating and controlling gravitational waves, anti-gravity, warp drives, instantaneous communication. But the notes included a warning. A massive gravitational anomaly was predicted to threaten Earth in the 22nd century. Their future selves lacked the means to stop it, so they sent the solution back in time, sacrificing Kronos 1 to give humanity a chance. The message was both a gift and a warning. The team now held the key to humanity's survival. The responsibility was immense. The future depended on what they did next. The final layer was a letter from the future director of Goddard, addressed to Dr. Thorne. It explained the coming cosmic threat and the desperate effort to send help back through time. The quantum clock had become a receiver for a single, focused burst of information. Sending the signal consumed their entire power grid, ending their own research. The shutdown of Kronos 1 was a necessary sacrifice. The ghost in the machine was their own descendants, reaching back to save them. The team felt the weight of this revelation. They were not just scientists. They were the recipients of humanity's greatest inheritance. The debates and doubts faded, replaced by a shared sense of purpose. The call had come from inside the house, from their own future. The mystery was solved, but a new story was beginning. The work to understand and implement the new science would start now. Humanity had been given a second chance. The discovery shattered our understanding of time. Time was no longer a river, but a web. Information could echo across the temporal divide. The blueprints from the future offered a new language for physics, uniting quantum mechanics and relativity. It was a paradigm shift, a roadmap for generations to come. The knowledge of a future threat united humanity in a way nothing else could. Nations collaborated on the Tomorrow Project, pooling resources and talent. Skepticism faded as experiments confirmed the new science. The world accepted a new reality. The future could reach back to help the past. The black box had rewritten the rules of existence. Humanity now had a clear purpose. The focus shifted from conflict to survival. The gift was not an easy answer, but a challenge to rise to. The future was now a shared mission. The story of Kronos 1 is a story of hope and human ingenuity. The black box, meant to record failure, became the vessel for our greatest success. The answers we seek are often hidden in the noise, waiting for discovery. With teamwork and curiosity, we can solve any puzzle, even those that defy time. The future is now a destination we build, not just drift toward. The knowledge from tomorrow is a map. The journey is ours to make. The sacrifice of Kronos 1 and our descendants will not be in vain. We are now in conversation with our own future. Every breakthrough is a response to the message we received. The universe is full of mysteries, but we are not alone in facing them. Our greatest allies may be ourselves. The story is just beginning. The future is waiting for us to build it.